A very good afternoon and warm welcome to all the lovely educators that are out there watching me and who have joined us for the Be Internet Awesome program that has been developed by Google and is being in collaboration with CBSE, is being executed by Mahattattva. So greetings once again and welcome back. Hope all of you had a fantastic Diwali break and all your families are well too. My name is 𝗕𝗲 𝗜𝗲𝗁𝗲𝗂. I am going to be the host for this webinar today, and I shall be taking you and guiding you on the steps and the details of the program called Be Internet Awesome. I would also like to share that as I am saying this today, we are already a community of 1 lakh students strong. 1 lakh students have been trained by teachers like you across the country on this program. And as I speak, many more entries keep coming. This entire program is about discussing internet safety for students and also to help empower you as teachers so that you can go back to your classroom and implement this. All resources, active support will be provided by the Mahattattva team. We are here. There are many platforms. I shall be taking you through each one of them to help you understand how it is that you need to transact this training in your classroom. There also wanted to mention that the certification, this is a certificate program undoubtedly, but the certification is not based on attendance. It is not based on attendance of today or the next webinar. There are more steps involved. And so please stand by as I discuss those steps with you. I would also like to take this platform to actually thank CBSE for having this vision and sending this program out to its farthest corners. Because as all of you know, the last 2 years, the cybercrime has been really active. And the reason is that there are all sorts of scams that have started to happen. And as we know that everybody, the scammers are just becoming smarter. I'd also like to thank Google India for conceptualizing and developing this fantastic curriculum. Dear teachers, when you start looking through this curriculum, you will realize that you will be able to even empower a young child as young as, say, 7 to 8 year olds. And you will know the importance of it because now these young children are also accessing all sorts of devices. They have their own personal accounts on different kinds of social media. So this becomes even more imperative. It becomes even more important that people like you are out there explaining to them what is wrong, what is right, and also what all they should be careful about. Awareness फैलाने से ही हम किसी भी चीज को बच्चों को बचा सकते हैं, अपने आप को भी बचा सकते हैं किसी भी रॉन्ग डूइंग से या किसी भी साइबर क्राइम से. सो आप जाइए बाहर, आप समझिए, आप अपने बच्चों को समझाइए ताकि वो भी ये समझे और वो सतर्क हो जाएं. I will now share my screen with you and take you through this program so that you understand it better. Pooja, request you to share my screen, please. Like I said, I'm here to help you understand what is this program all about and how you are going to be transacting this in your classrooms. Our main aim is to empower students to be safe online and preempt any sort of breaches. The arrival of this curriculum could not have come at a better time. And the reason is that the pandemic has been full of struggles. So I would like to take this platform, I would like to take this opportunity on this platform and actually send a shout out, kudos to all the teachers who have worked so hard and got their children to come online. But as we know, the online world comes with its own challenges. So now it is your turn to now equip your students on how to deal with these challenges that the online world offers. I'm sure most of you must be smiling and saying that, yes, we know, because children are young. There are all sorts of things that are happening. I mean, random links that are coming that are asking them to click on them and they'll get so much of prize. And then you get to hear stories as teachers that, ma'am, you know, my mother clicked on this link and we lost so much of money, but the link said it was free. I'll get a free gift. So I decided to go ahead. So there must be, I'm just sharing a very small anecdote. You must have a lot of stories to tell, as your children must be coming back to you. And if that question crosses your mind, oh, this has happened to my child, how do I safeguard them? Well, the answer is here. The answer is in this curriculum. I'd like to also introduce the team that is going to be hand-holding you and supporting you all through your journey on becoming a Be Internet Awesome Ambassador, and later master trainer if you like, and help your children also train through this. This is our CEO, Ms. 𝗕𝗲 𝗜𝗲. She is the founder also of Mahattattva. She is an amazing lady whose heart lies in education. And in fact, the entire team are passionate educators, and we identify with you and we understand your cause and the reason you would join such a program to ensure that your children are always, always benefiting. This is Miss Manu. You would have seen her earlier, or if this is the first time you're attending, then ahead also in the follow-ups, you'll be meeting her. She's a general manager of Google Projects and is also taking this particular project forward. That's me. I am your host for the day today. This is Miss Ashima. She's the next principal, and she also ardently believes in the program and is supporting us. Miss Sonali Bhatt has also been an ex-principal, and as a teacher at the core of her heart, she is also taking this program forward in many schools and is talking to teachers like you and helping empower teachers across the country for the same. This is Miss Kajal. She is heading operations at our end, and all this, the fact that the video is out there to you, and you know you'll have lots of support in the chat box, etc., is because she's ensuring that there are no glitches. This is Miss Pooja. Without her, you and I would not be able to have this conversation. She sees end to end that there is nothing goes missing, and of course she's the important part, because as soon as you submit your training details, she will be the one who will be issuing those certificates out to you. So thank you everyone for staying by and meeting my team. Very kind of you. If you look at the screen now, I'm going to be taking you through the steps of the certification. You must be wondering, okay, you know, now how is it that we are going to get a certificate, and really what is it that you need to do? Well, here they are. The very first thing is you need to attend webinar 1 and 2. Webinar 1 is right now. You're already here, you are attending. Post this on Friday, I shall see you again for webinar 2. Once we have done this cycle, you will go back to your classroom and train your students on this curriculum. Now, this curriculum is standing on strong 5 pillars of how we can enable cyber safety and security in classrooms through students. So you are going to transact those 5 units once you're back in your classroom to your students. It will take, say, about a week or 10 days. Then I will be taking you through the website where I will show you where you need to put that evidence. So once you have trained your students, all you need to do is you may record a video. And if you don't want to record a video, you're more comfortable with pictures, go ahead, take some pictures, 10 odd pictures, as to how you are transacting that curriculum. Are you doing some role plays with that? Are you having a question answer session? Are you doing a short assessment, oral assessment with your children? Are you doing boards with your children? Are you holding up an assembly? There is a, when I take you through the curriculum, there's a pledge also there. So are you doing the pledge? You may choose any form and take either videos or pictures and upload the same in the Google form that we have prepared for you as a team. The team will then go through whatever you have uploaded, the names of your students, your name, your school's name, and what is the kind of evidence you've provided, and then finally issue you the certificate. So the turnaround time of this is, say, 2 weeks. You are going to be given all the resources. The second point is about resources. All these resources are going to be available to you. Pooja ma'am, please my request that you put the link of the website in the chat box. Thank you. Dear teachers, educators, if you look in the chat box, Miss Pooja would have put the website link. I request all of you to kindly click on that link and keep it open and navigate through the link as I speak. Right. Hoping that all of you have been able to open the link and are there now. I'm going to take you all through all those tabs. I'm sure you can see about facilitators. Do not worry. I'm going to be taking you through that. So hold on. I have a request. If you look at point number, that would be the last point. You need to submit your applications with the names of 100 students. It's not 100 anymore. It's only 40. And the reason being, it's actually a class size. All of you in your class, you have about 30 to 40 students. So you need to train only those many and you can upload. If you look at the website, the updated number is there. So you need to train only those many students. But teachers are always passionate. Teachers are giving. They want the best for their children. If you do not want to stop here and you've decided that, okay, I have done my class, I have trained my section students or my particular class, but I want to do more, please, by all means, go ahead, train more students. At the end, our job is to make sure that the students benefit of all the information that is out there, and especially this information related to navigating internet online, because this is good information and they must know about it. So please go ahead. Don't stop at 40. Don't stop at 35 if your class is 35 size. You want to do more, by all means. If you don't want to, do not worry. We will certify these students. In case you've done more than 40, please don't worry. We will certify those students also. So you will also receive a certificate, and so will your children. I'm going to now take you to the website. If you look at my screen, I was talking about how we are here to support you. And these are just a few channels of support, how we are providing it to you. We have a mail ID. We have daily office hours. Now, daily office hours is 5 to 6 p.m. On the website, there is a link. You can click on the link and join, and you will see a live person like me or our CEO who's always there and willing to answer questions. So that's a one-on-one right now. This format where you and I are, this is, I'm just talking and, you may be putting comments in the chat box, but there is no interaction. It's not a two-way. However, in the office hours, you may please reach out to us and we can have a two-way interaction. There are links for Google Group on the website. Through Telegram, we are in touch with you. In fact, I'm sure all of you are aware, we also have WhatsApp groups. Then the entire playlist, we have become a strong community of 1 lakh students because the program has been going on since July. And even it's a very short time, but cannot reiterate or cannot emphasize on the importance of what teachers, the magic teachers, can do. So the magic has worked, and you teachers like you have trained students. So all the previous webinar videos are available on YouTube. The link is there in the website. I will show you that also. On the website, we also have a number. You can end a timing. You may even give us a phone call. It's that easy. Again, I hope all of you are here on the website and you can see the website on the screen. What the program is about, how is it going to empower your students? And please believe me, every time we are teaching the students, we are also learning. So yes, dear teachers, you're also going to be learning and becoming smarter being online. So a bit about the program is here. I would like to the facilitators who take this on. The details of the facilitators are here. If you look at the tabs, you can follow the YouTube channel for the webinar recordings. It's here. You can click over here and click subscribe to that. You can join the Google group for trainings right from the website. You can connect with us on Facebook for these Google trainings also. That's again Ms. Deepthi Sani and Ms. Manu Kondal, who are spearheading this program. If you look at tab number 3, now the schedule. We understand you have a lot of engagements, and you at a glance, you want to know what all, where all you can meet us. Well, here it is. You can see the boxes highlighted. That's that day is today, it's 2nd of November. So not only do we have this webinar that you and I are participating in, but again at 5 p.m. we have the office hours, which, like I said earlier, was the individual one-on-one slot. Similarly, the timings of all the office hours, the next webinar has been put in this calendar. So you may look at the schedule, see what suits you, and reach out. Earlier on, I showed you the steps to certification. And the second point on those steps spoke about resources. And you must be thinking, what kind of resources? What is this? What is it that you really need to teach? Well, the answer is here. What is it that you're going to train your students on? You are going to train your students on these 5 units. These 5 units are share with care, be internet alert, don't fall for fake, be internet strong, be internet kind, and be internet brave. Please look at this tab. For every unit, the entire PDF of what the unit contains has been given here. There are also interactive slide decks over here. You may use Peer Deck for the same. Interactive, you have already used Peer Deck during the time of online teaching. So the same thing is here also. Then they have separately given vocabulary tab. So here you can just engage with the vocabulary. You can have a short game. You can ask children, do you know what scam means? Do you know what cyber safety is? Do you know what digital citizenship is? These are conversations you can have with your children in the classroom. And then we have the Interland Mindful Mountain game. Now this game is there in all the units except the last one. For all 4 units, it is there. Now this game has a little interknot, he's called. Mine is still loading. I'll come back to it later. He interacts with the children and the children are able to play that game. Again, the game is focused on how to be safe online. All is it that you can do be safe online. It has come on. I'll show it to you. So here, this little red thing jumping around is called an interknot. And teachers, as lovely as it is, it's fantastic to interact with. Children love playing this, and like you also choose many ways of teaching your children certain concepts in class. This is one way of just letting them know about this particular unit. I'll go back here. This is there for all the units. Now, if you pay attention over here, access the complete curriculum here. So if you click on this, this will open up for you, the complete curriculum. Now, I want you to take a look at it. It's a 139-page curriculum. It is not very heavy. It's very, very interactive. I'd like to reiterate that. It is something children can engage with. It is not that only the teacher is talking and the children are not able to understand. Every slide or every page, there are activities, there are takeaways, there are scenarios which you can actually discuss with the children. Because the idea is that the child should be able to internalize. Only then will they understand what we are trying to share with them. Do take a look. I hope you have it open on your computers also. There's an entire table of contents. They're also talking about how you can teach. There are vocabulary activities. And all this is available in the website that is there in the chat box. I again urge you, dear teachers, please click on that website link and you can actually save it. Put a star to it, bookmark it, you know what is best, but keep it so as a ready reckoner for easy reference. Anytime you're in the classroom, you want to take a look at something, anytime you're discussing with the teacher. Because I'd like to share that digital safety, discussions about digital safety, how we can enhance being safe online, these conversations are not going to stop. It is not that we need to stop here today or 2 days later or after a week you've discussed with your children and done the training. We don't need to stop. We need to keep going ahead. We need to make ourselves aware of all the negative that is out there online and make sure our children are aware too, so that they can be careful. Like I was saying, there are games, interactive games, bingo cards online. There are word webs you can do. There's something you can share with your parents also. You know, in case as a school leader, you'd like to send something out to the parents, please. I'm going back to it. This would be page number 9 of the curriculum that is there. You can interact with this and see what is it that you'd like to let your parent know. And believe me, parents are going to be very, very happy every time you let them know that you are looking out for their children. Then this is share with care. This is the first unit. We are going to be discussing this. I'm going to go back to my presentation, but I just first wanted to take you through what all the website has to offer. It's a comprehensive website. Everything is available in one place. You need not have plenty links open or saving those many links. Don't do that. Take the website link and keep it safe with you. Take some time out, teachers, interact, engage with this curriculum, go through it. And before the next webinar we meet, do that and you will thoroughly enjoy it along with learning. I'll come back to this now. We've already looked at this. We've looked at the curriculum. Like I said, there are 5 units. And at the end of the resources, if you look at this, this is the pledge here. Now, what is the pledge about? You may take a printout and give it to the students, ask them to read and sign it. You can ask them to take it back home and get it countersigned by their parents. Why do we do this? If you look at what it is saying, if you look at each of these pillars, they're talking about how the student decides that, all right, when I'm online, I'm going to be careful with what I'm posting. I'm not going to be falling for fake. I'm going to be securing my secrets and passwords. I'm going to be kind when I'm online. And I'm also going to talk it out and not just clamp up or keep something within me, especially when I know when it's wrong. So when you give this out to them, they can read it, or you can have it put up as a class, big classroom. You can make a chart of it and put it up in your classroom and ask all the children to sign so that they take onus. They take responsibility of how they are going to be interacting with links online, with games online, with strangers online, with content online, with emails that they get online, with the SMSs, spam SMSs that come. How are they going to deal with all that, etc.? This is interesting. You may take a look at this also. Now we come to the 4th tab. This is an interesting tab because all this while I've been talking about you training students using the resources. Resources was on 4th tab. Training the students using the resources. You've done the training. You've taken the video. Great. Now, what to do next? Where are you going to put that up? Your questions will get answered in this particular tab. This is the student assessment tab. Now here you will see that there are 5 assessments that have been made. They are not they're not long written answers. No, these are simple MCQs to interact with. Now again, each assessment is based on the unit. So when you do share with care with your children, here is the assessment. Should you be doing all these assessments exactly like this? No. Your teachers, you know best. You may have an oral discussion with them. You may use this. You may not use it. It's completely up to you. What I want to show you is you can make a copy here. You must be wondering, okay, in case I want to use it, how do I do? Well, you need to click on that tab and then just simply make a copy. This is again, like we said, as teachers, please use your discretion. See what your children will learn with best. This is not mandatory at all. You've done all this, and now I have been talking about that there is a form that needs to be completed. Where is the form? Here. This is the form. I'll take you through the form. Dear teachers, it is after you fill this form and submit it, will you get a certificate. Yeah, this is the one. And it is available under assessments. This is the last tab under assessments. So going back to the form, would like to take you through it. We need your email ID, full name, school's name, city, state, COEs. All of you are aware, as you can ask your head teachers, your contact numbers. The reason we ask for a contact number, because sometimes when teachers are filling up this form, by mistake, they upload a different sheet or they upload a video that is not suitable for this particular program. Then we want to reach out to them, otherwise their certification will get stuck. So to avoid such a problem, we reach out to them, and this has happened in the past. The percentage is less. Nonetheless, we'd like to interact with you. Now here is evidence of training, a 2-minute video or PPT or images. Here is the place you need to click and add, whether you're adding your video or you're going to add your pictures. Completely depends on you. The next tab, if you see, it says add the list of students trained by you using the template given below. Now the template is here, below the number of students trained. If you click on this template, it takes you to Google Sheets. You have to make a copy. You have to click on make a copy. You cannot edit this form. Just simply make a copy. Then go back here and upload it here. Make a copy of the Excel sheet, fill it, and come back here and add that file. Please write the total number of students trained by you. Whether it is 40 or 100 or 200, we have had many variations. There are entire schools that are training their entire students, right from grade 1 to grade 12. That's also okay with us. Please, if you are going to do that and send, not a problem at all. And in the end, just a small request, don't forget to add your photograph for the social media post. We love celebrating you. We love the fact that you as a teacher are doing so much for the community of students. You are there safeguarding them. So please do add a small photograph, and we will be making a social media post for you, which is there on the Facebook group. And if you look at the website I had showed you in the first tab, the Facebook group is there, and you will be able to see your post. And then you need to agree to this and simply submit this form. Let me take you back to what all we need to do. The steps: attend webinar 1, that is today, you're already here. Come back on Friday, attend webinar 2. Now go to resources, see whatever is there, what is there in these 5 units. Go back to the classroom, train your children on these 5 units. You may take about 7 to 10 days. Once you have done that, come back to the assessment tab. Go below. You want to use these assessments while doing the trainings? Perfect. Don't want to? That's also fine. Come to the assessments tab, go down, go to student training completion form. Click on this form and fill in all the details. Once we receive this from your end, we are going to be sharing your certificates for you and your students. I hope this has made a lot of things clear for you. I am going to be discussing all the units in detail. We have today and Friday to talk about them. I just wanted to take you through the process also. How is it? Because a lot of you are confused. A lot of you keep asking in the chat box, where is the link for the, when will we get the certificate? and I have attended this and my certificate has not come. So my main aim today was to also help you understand that this certification program has steps. It is not a simple attendance. It's not only for you to benefit. The benefit has to reach your students. So you need to go back there. We also have a master trainer program going on where teachers, this tab is for them. You may please look at assessments. The master trainer program, the teachers first train 10 more teachers and then go out and train the students. So that's a different thread of the same program. It's just a different thread. One question, if that is on your mind, I would like to clear. You might be wondering, this is safety, it's digital citizenship, you're talking about scams, etc. You're also talking about things that are coming through the computer. You know, all this is related to technology. So is this program only for ICT teachers or technology heads or the IT heads of schools? No, this is for everybody. Is not an English teacher or a Hindi teacher or a social science teacher or a math teacher interacting with the computer? Aren't you and I receiving messages that are fake or receiving email links that are false? So, well, if all of us are interacting with the same ecosystem, anybody can go out and train the student. It's about creating awareness. There is no discrimination in awareness. Anybody and any teacher can go out and do it. I hope that is one question. If you had, it has been answered, that it is not limited to only IT teachers. FAQ and help desk is the last tab. And like I said, the entire idea about reaching out to you is to let you know that we are here to support you. How are we going to support you? I've shared there are many channels. And again, this tab also talks about the many ways we are going to be supporting you. The steps for certification have been given here once again. Attendance is not part of, only attendance will not help you get a certificate. So you can go ahead and train as many children as you want, but the minimum would be 40. A class size, we are hoping that a class size would be around 40 students. Then you create the video evidence and submit. Please take a close look at what the sample certificates look like. The one on the left is for yourself, and the one on the right is what your students are going to receive. Any number of names that you fill in that, 40 and upwards, 40, 400, 800, all of them will get this certificate. All those children who have participated, who have interacted with you, who have been trained under you will receive this certificate. You may have more questions. I'm talking to you here after this webinar ends. You may have more questions. Where do you go? Where do you look for? Some of your questions, you may find answers here. Why do we need this program in schools? Who is the certifying body for this program? So that's Google and CBSE. And some more questions you may find here. How do you get the certificate? Do students also get certified? Yes. How many hours will it take? It's about 8 to 10 hours. So if you're doing 1 hour, it's about a week, 10 days. What all should the video have? We've given that also in detail. If you feel that you'd like to add something else, please go ahead, add that. If your question has not found a place here, please don't worry. We have more ways to get in. There are more ways here you can get in touch with us. So here's the BI help desk information. You can write to us if you're the kind who enjoys dropping emails and would like a formal communication. Please use this email ID. There's also a phone number here. You may reach out to us from between the timing that is given here. Like post work is, I think, the best for you. So the timing has been kept exactly to help you enable to reach out. Then we have daily office hours, which I was speaking about earlier. I'll show you how to join them. If you look at this, you have to just click here to join in. And this window of window to join in, the Google Meet opens up. And on the other side, you will find somebody who will one-on-one answer all your queries. I hope that was fruitful. You've been able to understand what all is required from you to be able to become certified. Now we'll take a closer look at what this curriculum has. What are these 5 pillars I've been talking about? What is it that you need to be looking at when you go back to your classroom? All the entire slides are available to you. When I have taken you through the resources, they are all Peer Deck enabled. Peer Deck is an add-on. It's an interactive add-on, allows your children to interact. For the ones who've used it during the pandemic, I don't think much needs to be said here. The website link is already there in the chat box. I'm hoping all of you were going through the website when I was taking you through it. Now, what are the highlights of these 5 units? What are they telling us, and what is it that we need to share ahead? The first thing is share with care. Why is it called share with care? It's called share with care because students don't understand what a digital footprint is and what responsible communication is. They need to know that anything and everything that is put out there on the internet will always stay there. That's where responsible communication comes in. Would they like to put out something negative or positive? That is a decision that they will be taking, because digital footprint ensures that nothing is ever deleted from the internet. There are amazing examples of where children turn around and say, but I clicked on delete and I deleted it. And then as a teacher with a smile, you will have to tell them, well, in the digital world, in the world of the internet, you may click on delete, but the digital footprint stays, and it stays forever. That is why when they're interacting online or passing comments, they need you to guide them and let them know. The next one is don't fall for fake. Just like the name suggests, there are so many things that are out there tempting young children to click on them or to share their personal details or just simply dial a number and install any desk. That's another great thing. And children don't understand that what could be the consequences of that. Some young children are also using their parents' phones. Now, what happens when you're using a parent phone? Parents have all digital banking apps. They have all sorts of sensitive data that is there on the phones. And lo and behold, if a child is to click something that was not to be clicked on, we know what is going to happen next. So this unit talks about how students need to be careful. They need to look for the red flags. What all is it that they need to look when they are exploring online websites? What are the things they should keep in mind? Very interesting examples are given in each unit. There are lots of activities. I took you through the curriculum slides. So all these activities are here. Each unit has an activity. Now, you may choose to do all, you may choose to do a few. Please take a call as to what is it that you would like your children to interact with. This is another one, emojis. It's so easy for children to quickly put an emoji, but they must understand that each emoji is interpreted differently by every different individual. This may seem like wow, for the first one may seem like a smirk to me. For you, it may be that he's feeling sad, that his mouth is lifted up one way. So we must tell our children that it is not, emojis are not viewed by everybody in the same manner. That's just a small example. When you start going through the curriculum, you'll find many more. Then we have secure your secrets, online security and passwords. 1, 2, 3, 4 password. No, you're my best friend. Here is my password. Oh, my phone password is very simple, 0000. As I'm saying this, I know you are smiling because you know the perils of having such numbers as passwords. So this unit focuses on how to build a strong password. And I really enjoyed doing this one because everybody must know how to build a strong password, including you and us. In fact, teachers also, you have multiple accounts. You have Paytm, you have GPay, you have an Airtel app, I don't know, plenty other apps. And every time you need to enter an app, you need to put a password. So what happens? We get so inundated by the fact that every app is requiring a password, we start making simple passwords. And it's the same for everyone else. So whether it's for you or me or for children, we like to keep simple things, but that's not the way to go. That is I think it's the easiest way to get caught online. The fourth unit focuses on school to be kind. This unit talks about how children should and children can combat negative behavior online. If they find something that is not suiting and that makes them uncomfortable, or something mean or nasty, they can empower themselves to actually put out something positive there, so the entire tone of the comment changes. Children are interacting with each other online. Sometimes they do not realize. They will say a nasty comment, and children being children, other children will follow. So it is here. Even if one child changes the flow of those comments to positive, then positivity will flow. There are many examples in this unit, sample scenarios, which you can actually read out to your children, have them enact them or discuss it with their peer, and then come and present it to the class if you'd like. The last one is very interesting. It talks about when in doubt, talk it out. Children, especially older ones or the younger ones, all children alike, they shy away from speaking. They don't know whether it's right or not. They're also afraid. Sometimes they also just want to react. So this unit talks about how to explain to the children that in schools, it is the teachers, and back at home, it is the parent that they can always trust and reach out to. And any sort of questionable content or behavior, or if they've heard something that is not correct, they must always reach out to a trusted adult. These are the keywords that we must keep in mind and that are going to keep on coming throughout the curriculum, and we are going to be engaging with them. What are these keywords? You're smart, alert, strong, kind, and brave. Let's look at the first module. I was talking about being internet smart and sharing with caring. What are you going to be telling the children? And what is it that you really need to tell them? You need to tell them that they should be thoughtful and think twice before they share anything with anyone, whether it is a person or whether they're putting information online. And you can also get them to list. You can do an interesting activity of getting them to list what all are the things that are absolute no-no for being shared online. Sharing comes with consequences. They must also be aware of that anything that they put out there, good or bad, is going to have a consequence. So are they ready? You need to have this conversation with them. You need to guide them how any sensitive information needs to be kept to themselves, and definitely dive deep into the digital footprint part. All of them must know. A lot of adults also, I know, I interact with, always thought that once anything is deleted from the internet, it's deleted forever. But dear friends, you know that is not true. Anything, in fact, put on the internet will always stay there. And if it is not correct, it will come back to haunt us decades later. These are goals for students. You don't need to take pictures, or you don't need to, need to copy them here. Don't have to worry at all. This is already there in the curriculum. Now, why should you share this with your students? You should share this with your students so that they know that after you've done a unit with them, what is it that they were expected to learn? Have they learned it? If they have, they'll give you a thumbs up. If they haven't, they will reach out to you and say, we need to go over this again. So you can look at these, share it with them when you discuss this with your children. tell them that once we are going to do this unit, we are going to be discussing a lot of scenarios. These are the goals for you. And if you feel that we're lacking on something, let me know. And the child will come back to you. Leave that space open. This is an example. Again, it is already there in the curriculum, which is there in the website link. I hope you still have that open by your side and you are navigating through it. Now, what's in the frame? If you look at this, it's great. I can see a yacht, lovely blue water. The skies don't look that great. I'm not very sure about the skies, ma'am, but it's a fantastic picture. And if you as the teacher tell the child that, what if you saw this on your friend's social media? Then the child will immediately turn around with eyes wide open and will say, oh, ma'am, my friend must be traveling. And ma'am, great travel. Or ma'am, he loves yachts, so he must have visited a museum or he must be in a shop buying some maybe miniature. They'll have plenty full of questions. Ask them to hold on to their thought before you share the next picture with them. This activity is there in the curriculum. I have taken it from there for your perusal. You may choose to change the activity, not a problem, but just stay with me as to what is the message that I'm trying to give over here. Earlier picture, just this much. Next picture, share this with them. The answers are right here. Don't. Please don't. Let your children know emphatically. Please don't believe what all you see online. Children, please don't believe everything you see online because it's not the truth. There are some great software tools that will do magic for us and make me look like someone else. So they need to be made aware. So this is a very interesting activity. Then you can give them 2 frames and they can make their own. So if you look at this, it's actually not a yacht. It's just a bathtub. It's a young child who's enjoying himself wearing snorkels and has a baby duck in the bathtub. Another one of the same kind. If they see it on their friend's social media account, they'll immediately be, oh, ma'am, she traveled and she got to touch a tiger in real life. And there'll be so many things they will be sharing with you. Young children have great imaginations. And the moment you hop to the next picture, there'll be silence. And that is what we want to evoke in the students. We want them to think more. We want them to look at something online and always wonder, is all of it really true? Is even a part of it really true? When will that happen? That will happen when you give them examples like this, when you give them a space to share, when you're discussing things with them that are going wrong. Teachers, do not shy away from telling children your experiences and encouraging them to share their experiences. It is only by experiences that will we learn and become aware. It's actually a stuffed tiger. Your little friend has a backpack. Most likely from school, she has been taken to the museum and is enjoying looking at the stuffed tiger, which looks so real. So the kudos goes to the artist who developed this stuffed tiger. These are the scenarios that I was talking about. Each unit has such a scenario. You may look at those units in detail and choose the scenario you would like to discuss with your children. Now this, I have this in my presentation. You can also add it to yours. Once you've discussed a unit, throw this open, throw the discussion open for your students to come back to you and share with you what was their takeaway. What have they understood? How will they now share smartly, or how will they share with care? How are they going to become Be Internet Smart? Give them all these questions and then take the answers from them. Allow them to answer. This will also help you gauge what is it that they have understood of all these activities you got done. There were so many scenarios that you shared with them. So empower them to actually share what is it that they have understood. This will also give you a fair idea of whether you want to revisit this unit, you want to include more activities here. Yeah, you could do that also. Be Internet Alert, Don't Fall for Fake is module number 2. This is a module which you should really interact with. Let children give you lots of examples and lots of experiences, whether it's with them or with their older cousins or brothers or sisters or parents. Open that platform up for discussion and share yours also. So this unit will help your children identify which websites are the ones that they should be clicking on, which ones are fake. What is phishing? So there is again a vocabulary wall here. You can interact with the vocabulary, get them to play the games. It's again there in the resources, under the resources tab in the website. And how will they spot the signs of a potential scam? So engage with them, let them know what are the kinds of emails, and you can give them relevant examples. And north side, everybody would agree that of the last few months, in fact, starting May 2022, we have received plentiful messages, text messages saying that the electricity will be shut down. And those are some messages that I have taken photos of. You may also get them from your friends or family if they've received it. That was a scam, and if you clicked on that, you would obviously land on the wrong side. Now, this may make you wonder, but children don't, they don't get such kind of messages. That's not true. When children go back, there are a lot of parents who are allowing the children to interact on their mobile phones on their behalf, because they feel that the child is much more faster with internet, he understands more, and children do. So they go back and the parents allow them, okay, I need to do this, can you help me? And the children do it. So we need to spread this information around to everybody. It's not that the children are not paying the electricity bill, so they shouldn't know. They should. Children have great conversations. They go back home, they tell their parents also, Mama, today the teacher shared that there are fake electricity, fake messages regarding the electricity bill out there. And then the mother will say, yes, yes. And also, it may, he or she goes back and speaks to a grandparent also. And then the grandparent will also become alert. So we'll only win this war if we are spreading as much information as we can. This unit also has goals for students. Again, you don't need to take any pictures, etc. This is there in the curriculum, but share this with your children when you're doing the unit so that they know what is it that they are looking forward to in this unit. Once you're done with the unit, please go back to them and check. Is there anything that they have not understood? Are there more conversations you and your student can have? Are there more examples that you would like to share? So please do that. If you have the curriculum open on page number 61, you will find this spotting phony URLs. This is an activity. Now, this is an interesting activity. What is it that you're going to tell your children to look out for? Take a minute, take a close look at this one. And I'll give you a hint because I just want you to focus on the first URL and the last one. Just do that. You'll do it in 20 seconds. Just look at the first URL and the last one. Give this to your children. Let them think. Let them put it out. Give them a pencil also and say, write down which one do you think is fake and not fake, and why would you say so? ICT teachers must be smiling because they would have told all the children that the children must always look for a green padlock. Kudos to you. Yes. And a lot of other things. So you would have by now guessed that the first website is real and the last one is fake. Why? Because there's a spelling error in the last one. But we are so accustomed to reading, we read fast. ustoday.com, USA Today. But the last one has usatossday.com. So that's an incorrect spelling. And it's a fake website. So children must know that spelling errors, grammatical errors are also ways to spot fake websites apart from the green padlock. You can again throw open this unit for discussion. Ask them what all is it that they have understood, what all are their questions, what all are their doubts regarding this unit. If there's anything that they want clarification for, they should reach out to you. They should speak to you. We've covered 2 units today. There are 3 more left, which we are going to be doing in the webinar that is scheduled for Friday. I'm going to be looking forward for all of you coming back. Meanwhile, I'd just like to revisit, before we end the session, what are the steps for certification? Attendance of both the webinars is just a small part of getting the certification. So you are here today interacting with me, and you need to attend today's webinar, and there will be a feedback form in your chat box. I think it should be there in the next 2-3 minutes. And then the next webinar is on Friday. You will attend that. We have 3 units left to discuss. We are going to be discussing those units. Then you go back to your classroom. You train your class size. What resources are you going to use? Here, tab number 4 in the website link. All the resources for all the units are here. Today we have covered unit 1 and unit 2. On Friday, we will do the remaining 3 units. You need to go back and train your students on these units. Once you have trained them, you now need to create evidence. Now, what kind of evidence? Like I said earlier, and repeating myself, if you'd like to take a video, it should not be more than 2 minutes, definitely. You can even include pictures. There's no problem. Please take some pictures, relevant pictures, and that's good to go. And submit your application with the names of the students. Now, where will you find this form to submit? It's here, under assessments. You scroll down at the bottom, that is the student training completion form. All this data needs to come here. So before you leave for today, make sure that you have the website link with you. Keep it open, bookmark it. Make sure you click on the feedback link that is there in the chat box. Again, open it and bookmark it so that it does not get lost. Sometimes you forget, you have some other important engagements, and by the time you go back to your laptop or computer later, you are unable to log into that. So click on that form, fill it, and submit it. You also, I would also request all of you, to, when you're accessing the website, look at the curriculum. The 139-page curriculum that I have been speaking of, just try and go through it. At least go through Unit 1 and Unit 2, what we have done today. We have touched the base of that. So please go through it. Here is that page that I took that activity from, page 27. So if you go through the curriculum, you will understand it better, and you will have many more ideas of how you want to give it to your children, how you want to conduct the training for your children. I hope you've understood what the program has been all about. I hope you've understood the steps of certification. And I thank you deeply for joining in today. And I'm going to look forward to having all of you back again on Friday so that we can wrap up the remaining 3 units and help you become Be Internet Awesome ambassadors. Take care, everyone. Have a very good evening. Bless you. Bye-bye.